Welcome back to SwitchCorner, my name is Alex and today we're going to be taking a look at my favourite deals across Switch eShops, covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. Now it's not a huge sale, but we do have some heavy hitters in here, that is for sure, so hit subscribe and join us here on SwitchCorner for reviews and deals weekly, and let's get started. A couple of things then quickly, a shout out to RedDeerGames first of all for sponsoring today's video. We'll talk about that here shortly in the video. For those then in the UK, EU and Australia, it's still a little bit slow but getting better. And as always then, we do have two winners to announce for two $10 eShop gift cards and two more to give away. Now all you need to do to enter, drop a comment down below and the winners they'll be announced in next Saturday's video. So I finally get an opportunity to talk to this game with a new low here, 20% off. If ever a formula sounded somewhat, well, I guess boring, it was going to be this one. Unpack items, I guess evolving locations as you essentially move home. In the process though, you learn all about this character. You go from childhood to adulthood. It's extremely chill, but also surprisingly moving as you watch things almost get forgotten as life takes over. I love the pixel style then, and it comes highly recommended. Double Kick Heroes then matches the low price once again with 40% off. This one's for the rhythm fans out there as you take on the role of a metal band travelling through what is a post-apocalyptic zombie-infested world. You'll be following the beat of the music though to attack the enemy, including like huge waves and even boss moments. Think a big ass dinosaur. I like the metal infused soundtrack a lot though, and the gameplay, it is solid, even if I will kind of warn here, on the highest of difficulty, I'm not sure the controller is quite up to what it demands of you. My review then, it's in the pinned comment down below. Rustler then is another one I reviewed on the channel. It takes the old school Grand Theft Auto formula, but instead throws you into a medieval world. It's not taking itself seriously at all though, and thankfully it has a solid sense of humour, even if it is a little bit immature to back it all up. It's not perfect honestly, it can be a little bit glitchy at points, but I found that it would also correct itself automatically, and its 10-hour story, that's not going to be a bad runtime as you try to go from rags to riches. A new low price then, 45% off. A shout out then to RedDeerGames for sponsoring today's video with their latest release, that is Swords and Bones. This one, it's a throwback to the world of 16-bit graphics. For me, my 16-bit go-to, that was the Mega Drive, a Genesis for those in the US, so it definitely gets the nostalgia going. It has the expected chiptune soundtrack backing it all up then as well. It's launched actually with a sizable discount, 75% off. That means it will never get lower on a standard discount in the US and Canada. Red Deer, they for sure know how to look after us. Story-wise though, the demon world invades humanity's world every 500 years, and here the wolf demon is taking over. You are the nameless warrior tasked with saving the day. It's kind of that age-old, classic storyline. Gameplay-wise then, it's hack and slash battles, tons of enemies and boss moments, there's 50 levels to overcome, and then there's even some power-ups in here to take advantage of. What I didn't expect to see though, two endings, so it's got that replayability here too. Retro fans though, it's got your name written all over it, it's for sure got that vibe, and this launch discount, it runs through till February 25th. Find more details about the game though in the pinned comment down below. Sakuna of Rice and Ruin then was a hit on release, and rightfully so, in the UK, EU and Australia. It's now back matching the low with 40% off. US and Canada, this is actually slightly higher than we've seen historically, but you can't argue here with the quality of the game. It's best described as a side-scrolling action RPG that then blends in almost slice-of-life gameplay. You're tending to crops. The combat's fantastic though, and I really enjoyed the story of you trying to take your kingdom back. Throw in then stunning visuals and music, and yeah, the masses are not wrong with this one, it's an absolute winner. Not really a deal as such then, but it seems Cruis'n Blast has received a permanent price drop with 50% off that original retail. The creators are now saying that online play will be added, and this was for sure a surprise hit for me in 2021. This means though either A, you jump on it now, or B, you wait for that next sale because it's guaranteed to be a new low price. If you do like your arcade racing though, this is a must play. Track design is completely over the top, it runs near flawlessly, and yeah, I had a great time with it. I'm psyched for that online patch to be added in as well, and you've got to check out the London track here as the kind of the wheel goes rolling past you. Correct me though if I'm wrong on the permanent price drop too, but I see no end date to this discount, which is normally a sign it is permanent. Paradise Killer then was for sure an acquired taste, but I fell into the camp of loved it. In fact, I picked up the soundtrack on vinyl as well, thanks to kind of its synthwave goodness. The game's overall vibe, though, it's described as vaporwave, and you're thrown into a world where gods rule the lands, and once every few millennia they actually move your home, the entire planet, because of invading demons. On the eve of the move, though, the Council of Gods who oversee this move, they are murdered, and there begins a first-person investigation adventure. You are tasked with determining basically who the killer is. It's really something special, this one. Can't name another game quite like it, and it's matching the low price, 35% off. It is for sure a slow burn though, just kind of as a warning. A quick shout out then, I did speak to the great deal on the Immortals Fenyx Rising Gold Edition that froze in all DLC last week. If that's a little bit too much game for you, I wanted to point out the base game is back on sale again as well, and it's a new low price, 75% off. Quality action adventure as you set out to save the gods. It's got elements of think Assassin's Creed, A Breath of the Wild, and yeah, it's definitely an underappreciated gem. Another quick one I wanted to mention then, Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishments. This is a new release with a 15% launch discount. I reviewed it this week. It's clear from all channels that covered it, there's not a huge amount of people searching for it. Just know though, if you like your adventure mystery games, it is fantastic. I'm going to be linking my video in the pinned comment down below, but it's also an incredible port at that. This will definitely require some real brain power though to overcome its 6 built-in cases. Truly is challenging stuff. Hopefully though, this leads to the recent Chapter 1 hitting the Switch next. My pickup of the week then, I'm grabbing Dreamscaper. I've wanted to play this for a while and I missed it at release. It's now got a new low price though, 30% off, and opinions, they seem so high on it that I have to take a look. The sale, it's also running until the 24th of the month. That is a good window, so I will be circling back before then with a bit more of a definitive opinion around the game, because as always, I can't recommend it, I haven't played it, but maybe you want to join me at this early stage for the ride. It's an action roguelike though, which has an awake and dream state rotation for its gameplay. One is basically exploration from what I understand, the other is combat. It sounds like it features permadeath for some characters as well though, so I can't imagine this one's going to be taking it easy, but I'm looking forward now to checking it out. So our first winner of the week then, it's going to Brooks, who highlighted last week's deal around Lost in Random and 50% off. More than worth it, that deal, but that sale is sadly now over. Congrats though, Brooks. Drop me an email to claim your code, and everyone else, a second winner coming up here shortly in the video. Into the final 3 games then, not the longest of weeks this one, and we're starting with Rivals of Aether, a name I'm never too sure if I'm pronouncing right, but it's a game I reviewed here on the channel. I loved it, and it's essentially an extremely popular spin on the Smash style of gameplay with a pixel kind of artwork. This game though has entire tournaments dedicated to it, that's how big it is, and before I put this video together I did jump online. I wanted to see if the community was still active, and I will say I was still able to find fights instantly. Wasn't a scientific test honestly, just tried 3 or 4 matches, but it works and that is always a good sign. They added 4 new characters for free though just a few days ago. That might be spurring that online community, and while the combat is solid and the characters are varied, many of you will recognise specifically 2 of them. That's going to be Ori and Shovel Knight. Great game though, watch my full review to look into all the mechanics and the modes, and it's a new low price then, 60% off. Our penultimate game of the video then, Cyber Shadow. This one, it's clearly influenced by old school Ninja Gaiden, and I do not think you could ask for a better influence. I'm a huge fan of that series, and this, it's just a fantastic attempt at kind of, I guess, recreating that. Stunning pixel work though, challenging gameplay, tight controls, and it's really never going to take it easy on you. The only issue I found was that there's some platforming moments that just don't quite work. It's not almost responsive enough, but thankfully those moments, they are few and far between. I'm hoping now though this gets a sequel. It is deserved. It's a new low price then, 30% off, and my full review that is in the pinned comment down below. Our second winner of the week then, that is Jaramasa, who's catching them all. Last week was for sure the week of, Pokemon. The game has crushed all the sales numbers from what I'm seeing, and I've actually been working through it myself as well. Congrats though, drop me an email to claim your code, and everyone else, drop a comment down below for your chance to win in next week's video. So our final game of the week then needs very little introduction. That is Hades. It's matching the low price in the US and Canada, but for those of you in the UK, EU and Australia, you're getting a new low price here with 35% off, and let's face it, this is the king of the roguelike world. A dungeon crawler, isometric design though, you are the son of Hades, you are looking to escape hell. There's a whole host of enemies and boss moments in your way though, tons of weapons to experiment with, and a stunning visual and audio design. I think everyone knows this one at this point, but I, like most, absolutely love it. My review it is below, but it's also not all perfect. There's a few frame rate wobbles at points in here that held it back just slightly from receiving a 10 out of 10 on the channel. Still an absolute piece of genius though. And that's another week down. Will you be adding anything to the library this week, or are you holding onto that cash? A shout out then to the patrons of the channel who are going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. Then hit subscribe if you love the Switch, as much as we all do here. Join our growing family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.